Right. So another beautiful day in Canada. Today we are going to a new location, and I will be discussing about the challenges which we face when we land here in Canada. So let's move and discuss. Stay connected. Right, so I'm back. A beautiful location. I'm enjoying a lot. Today's topic is the challenges which you guys face when we land here in Canada, which you and me all face when we land here in Canada. The first basic challenge is language barrier. Because English or French, these two languages are in US and Canada are the preferred languages. If you don't know these two languages at all, it'll be very difficult to survive. Not even survive, even you can say it will be very difficult to move as well. In Canada, if you don't know English, but if you know French, it is more than welcome. You're more than welcome. So, but regarding English also their preferred languages. Especially for finding and doing job, commute, food, buying, groceries, schooling, education. In every walk of life, you should know at least these two languages. Yes, Canada is also said to be a multilingual country. I will talk later on this multilingual part, but especially for doing and searching job, English is the most recognized language here. So let's talk about English. Preferably, if your English is weak, it is recommended that before coming here, you can do any course through which you can improve your language. Even if you have not improved before coming here and you have landed in Canada, you can have the chance to improve your language. There is a specially government assisted program that's called ESL, in which you can improve your language. The best part is they not only train you, they not only give you guideline about the English language, they also give you assistance, financial assistance as well. They also teach you how to write a resume, how to find job interviews, and how to improve your English language for your daily life. So you can take a lot more benefit from this program, and you can make your future. So for the people who are worried about their English language, if you ask me, I will recommend that try to improve your language before coming here. But if you come here with a weak language skill, that's not a big deal. You can improve after coming here. So stay tuned, be bold, you can do it, you will love it. Let's discuss about the next challenge. Right, so weather is getting gray, temperature is decreasing, winter is coming. Today I'm talking about the next challenge, and that is not winter. Yes, winter could be a big challenge. We'll talk about it later, but not now. The next challenge is commute. I'll talk about my story myself. When I landed here, I didn't have any homework. I didn't have any plan that what I'll do. I just landed here in Canada, and that was my mistake. So it was a very big barrier for me when I landed here. For groceries, for moving, for my kids' schooling, it was a big problem for me. For a couple of months, I didn't have anything because I didn't have any plan. I was thinking that it will be a very expensive thing, buying a car, buying a new or second-hand, whatever. I was thinking that I'll go in Canada, I'll find job, then I'll do job, then I'll buy a vehicle, and the way we do in our home countries. So here the system is a little bit changed, and car, conveyance, commute is, you can say, is the guarantee of your job. Yes, this is true. Wherever you go, during the interview or before the interview, they're gonna ask you about, do you have a proper conveyance? Do you have a license to drive? So even for this one, we have another video regarding how to do the job interviews. So we'll do it later. Let's talk about how you're gonna arrange your good commute. In city, there are two systems. One is public transport system, and the second one is your own vehicle. Public transport system carries two options. One is buses and second one is LRTs. LRTs is said to be the train system, in-city train system, and bus system is, here they call it ETF, Edmonton Transport Service. Here I would like to mention that I'm talking about Alberta, Edmonton. So if you are planning for Alberta, Edmonton, it could be a very useful video for you. Anyways, public transport system is simple system. You just buy the tickets and you just travel in buses and trains. Let's talk about car, your own vehicle. How you're gonna arrange and how much it will be the expense to arrange your own good vehicle. I'll repeat. Most of the people think that they'll come here and start, they will use buses and they'll go to office and this and that, and then after earning they will buy a vehicle. Well, it could be a good plan, but it will not be a workable idea, you know. With regards to the weather and with regards to the working condition here, it's not at all a workable idea. I'll recommend that when you are planning for transition, for changing country, definitely it is an expensive project. So while you're arranging good money for the whole project, you should consider around $3,000 to $5,000, you know, for the commute, to arrange a good commute. Yes, this is true. If you have $3,000 to $5,000, you can easily arrange a good car or even an SUV, like 4x4 vehicle. Why I'm talking about 4x4 vehicle? Personally, I had and still I have a car. I didn't have the 4x4, and still I don't have 4x4. But yes, I am planning for 4x4. 4x4 is really recommended in Canada's weather, because here in summers when you need to drive, it should be a 4x4 heavy vehicle that will not slip on the road. So the solution is arrange $3,000 to $5,000 before the time when you land here. Buy a good vehicle, get your license in the first few days. Then it will be very easy for you. I'll repeat, wherever you will go, during the interview, even before the interview, the telephonic interview, they're gonna ask you, do you have the car? If you'll say them, we don't have the car, it means that you have lost your almost 70% points. So here, the good commute is like your legs. Arrange it. So the next challenge is residence. When we land here, we think that that we'll go to hotel, we'll spend few days, and then we'll move to our rented place. It's not like that. It's not that much easy. The money is not everything. Here, the system is changed, especially when you land here as an immigrant, a new immigrant. You need to provide you need to have an ID document, a good reference, and a proof of employment if you want to have a rented place. There are two systems. One is through proper companies, property management companies, and one is through landlord system, private landlords. So let's talk about the property management companies, how you're gonna have a rented place through these companies. You need to provide 3 documents: your ID, your references, and proof of employment. Then you can have the rented place, apartment, building, apartment, basement, house, whatever you want it, through the companies. They just want to validate it that you have you are legally here, you know somebody, you don't have criminal record, or plus you have employment that you can pay your rent. In addition to this, let me tell you that it's not that much simple, that even if you have all these documents and you just go and they'll give you the keys. No, it's not like that. It's a proper application system. Even after having these documents, you need to apply for the apartment or whatever you wanted, and then they'll call you back that whether they want to give you or not, that's their decision at all. Let's talk about the other side of the picture, and that's the second option, rented place through private landlords. Comparatively, in comparison to the company system, it's pretty much easier. Why? They are very flexible on your proof of employment, they are flexible with the references, but yes, they will not give you a place to you unless you'll not be having a proper ID document. Let's talk about the ID documents. ID document is a very critical thing, because when you land here and within 24 to 48 hours, or let's say third day, if you go to make your RE document, they'll ask you a proper formal address. So if you're living in a hotel, it'll be very difficult for you to make your RE document. So the recommendation is this, or you can say suggestion is this: try to have a friends or families or relatives address or reference who can give you his address as a formal address. Or in addition, for say if you don't have any friends and family relatives in Canada and you landed here, there are a couple of non-profit organizations who are giving best services for new immigrants. They'll help you about jobs, as I told you about in my job video. So you need to do the research. You should know their contact names, like addresses, and then you can resolve this issue. But again, the recommendation is this: it's better to have a good reference. Thank you. The hottest challenge is here, and that is employment. Talking about employment, especially for those people who are landing here as an on express entry program, they are considered to be professionals. Back home they had good jobs, good positions, and when they land here they don't have any job. So what is the challenge? The challenge is here that when you land here, normally in start, maybe for settlement purposes, you need to do basic jobs, or you can say odd jobs. And I'm not talking about that they'll not let you do the good jobs or they'll restrict you. No, Canada is a land of opportunities. You'll be having the opportunities, but the system demands experience. And this is the reality. When you land here, you and me, we don't have the experience of Canadian jobs. So once you land here, and if you offer a basic odd job, do it. Never reject it. Never deny the odd job. At the same time, I'm not talking about that somebody is gonna stop you for like applying. You can apply on any job. The max, what will happen? The max can be, the rejection. No, be bold, be confident. I have seen a lot of people in last 2 years that they were confident, they were good. They had good capabilities, but they were not confident. They lost their confidence, and I personally requested them that you can have good job if you apply, but they didn't apply and end up doing the same odd job. Don't do this. Apply for good jobs, but at the same time, be flexible. If you've been given the opportunity to do any odd job, do it. Be bold. You can do it. Once you have done it, you'll love it. Thank you. Right, so the weather is the next challenge. When we come here from different countries, especially warm countries or South Asian side, it could be a big challenge for us. But it's not that much a big challenge, because through your smart planning, you can overcome it. People think that mostly through news and different, when they search, they always see -30, -40, -50, -25. I'll not say this is not true, this is true, but at the same time you have tools and tactics through which you can fight with this weather. When I came here, I had a plan. In this case, I had a plan that how we're gonna fight this. I had already did my research that through which how people live here. So to be honest, it's not the case that it'll be -30 and you'll be walking in sleepers and shorts. No, there are proper dresses, proper shoes, proper jackets, proper caps, gloves, and everything. The cars are heated, the bus stops are heated, the buses are heated, everything is according to the weather. So don't worry about it, forget it that this is -30. To be honest, most of the time you are, in comparison to your homeland weather and Canadian weather, you feel good in winters. Why? Again, every place is centralized heated, so that's not a big deal. Only you need to have a good plan. What type of plan? Let me tell you. I prefer, if you want to move here in Canada, especially any the coldest part of Canada, I recommend that try to move in between April to May, so that when you move here, it'll be a summer season just after your movement. A good 3 to 4 months of summer weather. So it will not be a difficult task for you when you'll be having, in start you'll be having 4 to 5 months of summer weather. Then your body will get automatically be adjusted according to the transition of summer to winters. So try to plan your journey, try to plan your transition, then it will not be a big deal. When you land here, you will see, you will visit different marts, different clothing stores. You can see by yourself that they'll be having tags of -20 jackets, -35 shoes, socks, inners and everything. Everything is available and it's not expensive, to be honest. Thank you. Right, so one of another challenge is isolation. When we land here, especially from the South Asian side, we are used to of joint family systems. We are used to of a lot of people, friends, family, colleagues, relatives, because we had spent the whole life there. Here, the system of life is totally changed. When you land here, you will see very few people on the road. Might be you will see only cars and machines on the road, which could be a very depressive thing. I personally, when I landed here, it was a big challenge for me. I had seen anxiety, I had seen pressure, I had seen bad health, and it was very, very disturbing. You always, try to look into your past, which is very painful. So when you land here, I'll recommend try. First of all, it will be much better if you land here with your first family, like wife and kids. But I know life is not all the time in ideal situation, and many of the people will be landing here alone. So the suggestion for those people is try to join different community centers, try to link themselves religiously, try to pursue God, and then you can have better time. That's to be honest, that's my suggestion. I don't know how to fight this challenge. A lot of people have this challenge. I have seen a lot of people going into high anxiety, taking medicines, and that could be a supportive part. But the good part is try to have people around you. Try to go into community centers. Try to visit malls. Which will be beneficial in two ways. One thing, you will be reducing your loneliness, and secondly, you will learn the system. Try to see the things in early days. It's the best time to go and see the things, and again, it will be having two benefits. One, you will be out of isolation, and secondly, you will learn the system. I can say not any systematic solution, but that's my opinion, you can say. Thank you. Subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon. You can write us your questions and the confusions on in.canada@idealemarketing.net. You will find the link in the description. And thank you very much for watching the video. Stay connected, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Take care. Me called Siraj. Bye-bye.